It's your boy ArtPlug, and this is one and only hype. Well, from ever since, I'm doing art, like to me, digital art was the level up to traditional art. So, it was like only natural, it was like a step moving forward. And like ever since I was small, and I had like one of them old computers, not the flat screen, the old computers with a desktop, and I used to draw and paint with the mouse and everything. I was doing that, and eventually I ended up getting a digital tablet and level up to where I is now. Yeah. It wasn't like a step, like it wasn't like I was trying to move forward. Things was just happening. Like at first, when I was doing it with the mouse, I was just drawing for drawing's sake. And what went on was, well, I have a girlfriend, and eventually when I got with her, I was drawing art for her, well, of her, using the mouse and stuff. And then at Christmas, she went away. She went New York, and she come back with the digital tablet, and that is where things started to take place. That is where the actual steps went from there. So it wasn't like a decision where I sat down a day and I was like, I'm going and start doing art. As I was trying to explain earlier, I was, in primary school, everybody was all about art and, well, cartoons, right? So we used to sit down and draw cartoons in school, and, used to get a lot of it. Well, I was actually tracing, and I used to go to school and be like, hey, look, and everybody was hyping my fate. And then eventually, people would be like, draw this in front of me, and that's where I actually started getting practice from trying to draw it in front of other people. And from one thing, actually learning to draw. And then have a few other artists in my family too, so I was trying to catch up to other people. That depends on how you're looking at it. I mean, professionally, I would say 2 years, about 2 years at the ArtPlug page. 2 years, yeah. Because I say I get it for the Christmas, but I didn't start it right away. Well, actually, I had the page, but I didn't start putting things on the page because I always used to criticize my own art. Like, I am my biggest critic. Like, a lot of this stuff I post now, I still don't find, Yeah, so about 2 years professionally, but my whole life otherwise. Because as I said, other people in my family was artists, like my father. So like, since I was small, like, it was either stick my in front of the TV or get my pencil and tell me draw, and that was it. So like, from ever since I was just drawing, like even when I couldn't draw. So yeah. Well, a lot of things influence, inspire the art. So music-wise, I would like to say J. Cole, and I mean like a lot of these new soca. Like new soca just like it's bring like a trini flavor, and I try to sometimes incorporate that into my art. So like, yeah, so I like Turner and Nyla Blackman specifically, they just influence, like, well, Nyla's style, it have like the music just so bubbly. So it's like influence my style, and then Turner, to me, he seemed like a real patriot, and I want to get that through my art. So like they both, but inspirations on the whole, well, from cartoons, At first when I was younger, I was like things like Woody Woodpecker. Well, I didn't grow up with cable, so TV6, you understand? So I was rushing home after school to see Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And on a weekend I was watching Woody Woodpecker. And my mother was always like, I used to draw. And like, of course I was gravitating more to anime. She didn't like that, so she was trying to stick me with trying to draw like Woody Woodpecker and more cartoony style. So I guess that is why my style, I would say you could still see like a bit of the anime in it, but it still have like the cartoony feel. And that was because she used to like, I used to get like in so much trouble for drawing like anime stuff. Because, yeah. Yeah, because like, I was watching stuff like Inuyasha. And when you're trying to replicate stuff from Inuyasha, your parents wouldn't like that. I think at the time they wanted to like get my exorcism and stuff like that. Well, not that serious, but like, because the stuff was heavy. I really want to have like a #1 comic in the Caribbean. Like, I know the Caribbean are even known for comics, but I want to have like a comic where people could read it, like people all over the world could read it, and you know they could get a Caribbean flavor, but still it could feel like something you're accustomed to, like that Spider-Man or that Naruto feel. You know, something you're accustomed to, but with a Caribbean flavor, like mixing the two. Like I want to be that guy who, you understand, like goals otherwise. If I get to do that, what I want to do is like start something where other people can be put on just as easily. So something like Shonen Jump or Marvel for Caribbean artists, not just Trinidad, but you know, everybody in the Caribbean. I want to have everybody on a level. You understand? Probably do the same as Shonen Jump does, do it, have everybody pushing to be like the #1 spot. Understand? So you have your stuff had to be good and people had to give the reception, and so we always keep a nice little competition, and it's not full plan yet, but that is the goal, as long as I could see my way and get into there. Well, my comic forest, you could always look forward to new chapters and that coming out. I want to start other comics, but this right now to me is my brainchild, and this is my baby. This is where I want to level up with this. I don't want to get too clustered with other projects, but I'm open to other stuff. With art, I just try to be disciplined. So I just tell myself, all right, today's Friday, I'm going to go home and I'm going to draw from 5 till 12, right? And a lot of artists or writers or creatives on the whole, you know, that just get like art block, writer's block and all this. So sometimes when I sit down, it's just nothing in common. So my thing is, as I was saying, music or just porn a cartoon. Like sometimes like just watching an art from like my favorite cartoon is just, you know, just get my pumping, or listen to music and 1 or 2 lines in the music, I just be like he just say that, and because of that one line, I would just take the line and dissect it as best as I could and try to draw something for that. And I guess once I get a picture out, that's where most of my pictures on my ArtPlug pages come from. And once I get that out, like juices just start flowing, and then I was getting to whatever projects I have to do. Alright, art for me is storytelling, right? So like, as I said, with the music and all that, so when I take the line, I just really try to, whatever the line saying for me, I try to portray that in one picture. So that's when somebody else see it, even without the, I mean, I usually put the line in the caption, but without the caption, they should still be able to say, well, alright, this is going to happen, or this is what the picture I'm trying to relay. And sometimes different pictures mean different things to different people, so you know, as long as you get a story out of it and you feeling good about it. Rome was not built in a day. Yeah, like you're living in, I mean, for Trinidad especially, living in a country where art on the whole not that really appreciated. Understand? Especially digital art. Like I've seen fine art get some appreciation, but not digital art. So I mean, if you're trying to do digital art, you have to be ready to, from older folks here, not practical, and you know, study something practical. If you know you can go to university to study animation, and then you're coming out and they don't have no studios hiring animators, you gotta be a freelance animator, and when you're going and get a job, and so Rome wasn't built in a day. Just keep at it. As long as you believe in yourself, I guess you'll get there. Alright, so my drawings from when I started compared to now. When I started, I thought I was the shit. Like, I literally thought I was the shit. Looking back now, I was trash. Looking at my work now, sometimes I still feel like I was trash. But I understand that I have a long way to go, and like the more I do it, the more I want to get into like the history of digital art and what actually makes a good artist. You know, not just details and all that, but like, you know, like what is the core of a great artist, because I mean, like, to me, it have some great artists who just splash paint on paper, and then some others who doing the most, and for some reason it's just not appealing. So, you know, as look at what is make a great artist, and so I think my art right now is decent. Decent. I mean, I'm proud of it. I am proud of it, but still not where I want to be. But I'm not sure if I'll ever be where I want to be. I hope there's not one of those people that, you know, like always chasing after something. Hoping at some point I'll get that point where I can sit down and be like, all right, there's me. You know, personally, my background is what I think I need to work on right now. I don't do much, and I want to be able to just start detailing my backgrounds. Like, I want to have simple characters, because to me, the core focus of any cartoon is to be the characters. But I want to have my details because for the backgrounds, because I want, when I start putting like real stuff out, I want to portray Trinidad in the best way. Understand? So like when I'm doing these sidewalks and things, I want to show like the ones that cracked up. I want to show, like, if I draw a street, people should be able to say, hey, that street in St. James. People should see it and be like, yeah, I know that crack on the street. I know that building. Understand? So I want to collab with people, but probably not on my own projects, at least not right now. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I'm working on the comics mostly right now, so I don't really want to, you know, like, bring too much outside stuff into it before I can fully get, like, give the people, the readers, a feel for the comic itself. But I'm willing to work with a lot of people. I mean, I see a lot of dope stuff. I just don't know how to get my ideas across to, like, clothing lines like Finesse Life. We was actually in a process for a collab, but, you know, I guess the styles was different, and what he wanted at the time, I guess, would have been a little bit hard, you know, for my style. But I opened it in the future. A lot of other clotheslines, but I mean, I kind of picky with with who I trying to collab with and stuff, because, to be honest, and I will say this to a lot of people, I know we're supposed to support local and all that, but like, sometimes if I'm not feeling it, it's be hard to just jump in and support. Like, it's not always about like the quality or stuff like that. Sometimes it just feel like vibe, like everybody going on vibes these days. And sometimes some pages or some people just don't give off that vibe. And I mean, once I get any vibe from you, I would show love to your page, and if I show love to your page, then definitely, you know, I'm willing to collab with you. As long as most likely you have the idea, or you know exactly what you want, because a lot of the times when it comes to artists, people just come and be like, hey, do this, or just do whatever you want. And then when I come up with what I like, it's like, oh, there's no one's expecting it to come with. So I would appreciate if anybody wants to collab, if they come out and they're like, hey, there's what I want, thing. You know, you can still put a little spin on it, and try not to rush, man, because like, I mean, you know, like, give me time to really, you know, get into it and try it from different angles and see where it could go. I would also like to collab with Danielle Blaziken, right? Yeah, a lot of people don't know who she is, but she right now to me is the digital artist in Trinidad, right? Like, she, I don't know if you see this new ad for Nyla Blackman's La La Land. She did that, right? And she does a lot of work, but social media wise she's not popping, and I guess that is because she always working. Understand? Because like, to me, she's fallen off for about 2 months, but she come back, she posting like big projects. Yeah, but she also has a comic called Spirit Bound, and I want to wait until she could get to a point where people understand what's going on in the comic exactly and who the characters is and all that. And this is one person I would definitely like to do a crossover with, comic wise or art wise. Like, she's on the top of my list for collabs whenever she ready though. Understand? We don't talk much, but I have on WhatsApp and all that, so I know at some point I'm just waiting for the right time, and then I get the collabs in. Michael Forrest, yeah, he's a creative guy. Like, he's a like, he had that confidence. Like, he know he creative, right? Like, I've been honest with you, and we, like, out of all the creatives, like, me and he, we good. So like, at some points I do see it, but he show about himself, and he does show that he creative, and he's all, like, even if I don't see it, he's always come around and then be like, boom, and I'll be like, all right, I've seen what you talk about now. So yeah, in terms of creative process and all that, like, he's the guy I would want to work with. He always have ideas coming. He's that guy. Collabs, I could have a, what else would I want to collab with? Um, I mean, out of the country, I would like, I would definitely like to do something with Marvel at some point. Like, I know that's a big stretch, but I would like to do something with Marvel. Masashi Kishimoto, that is the creator of Naruto. Kohei Horikoshi, that is the creator of what's the name of this? Shit. Kohei Horikoshi is the creator of Boku no Hero Academia. Right? Yeah, like you wouldn't believe like how much he inspired. Like I think he got some payback and inspire piece, but he inspired my art recently digitally because like doing like anime style. Like a lot of them do traditional art, so it's hard. Like how I do in digitally, it's be hard to kind of get the same feel. And then Horikoshi, he's like the newest one to me because he just started like 2 years ago. No, My Hero Academia just started 2 years ago, right? And his work mostly digitally. I mean, he'll start traditionally, but when finishing off, he finish it digitally, and the others don't do that. So like that was a big inspiration for me. Like I was look at this process and see. Understand? So yeah. Forest, right? When I was in secondary school, I went into secondary school wanting to do comic. So like I had all my friends just jumping on it. Like I was going to school, I was like, dog, what should I draw? Like I do this comic. So in Form 1, I make up this comic called National Superheroes, right? Like it was trash. It was real trash. But I mean, at the time, I was hype about it. And all my friends was in on it. And then like as I'm growing up, it just changed from National Superheroes to Captain Trinidad. I changed it to Captain Trinidad because like I wanted when anybody see the name, they just be like, oh, it's Trinidad, like let me jump on it, right? So, and then from that, eventually like the name Captain Trinidad was always corny to me. But I just wanted people to jump on it because that's Trinidad in it, and I wanted them to realize that straight up the superhero thing. So when I decided to actually put out one Captain Trinidad comic, and then it was terrible. Well, I thought it was terrible, and like I wasn't feeling good about it at all, so I decided I was going to start it over. When I started over, I was looking for a name for it, and then my girlfriend, she was like, what do you think about Forest? I mean, you know, it started with Papa Bola, he was like the protector of the forest and all that. And I was like, that's a good idea, but I don't want to limit it to the forest. And I was like, you know what? The main character's surname will be Forest, and that's why I put 2 R's to separate it from the forest. So that's how the name came about. The story now, I want when people get into the story, they can understand both the folklores of Trinidad and Tobago and what Trinidad and Tobago currently is. Alright, I want to do everything in the comic. Like I want to get into politics and everything, you know, in a fun way. Not you know, like I want to have like maybe like show the 2 major political parties, and you know, one as a tough love party where you know they're doing things that the country need, and then the other one where it's more for the people, and like the main character kind of stuck in between the both, and you know like he seen a fight between the both, and like he had to choose to himself which one is better and which way he want to go. You know, like I want to do these things, and like I just want to get the whole vibe of Trinidad and Tobago out there. I want to show everything. Like I want to show the beaches. I want to show how we just have fun, like parties. I want to show like how wild the fetishes get. You understand? But to be honest, what I need right now to do it is sponsors, right? Because I mean, I want to sell the books, but I don't think it's time yet. I want to do over chapter. I don't know if you read chapter 1 and 2, but I want to do it over because the art at the point when I was doing it, I'm not feeling good about it now. So I want to do it over before I start to sell. And I don't know how I'll feel about the current art in the last one I do. I like it now, but I don't know how I feel about it later down. So I don't want to start print yet, and then my art get better, and I'll go back and change. So I'm going to do a few chapters first, see how it turn out. And try to get things looking professional as possible. And then I'll start to print and sell and make money. But that's why I need sponsors right now, because like if I had sponsors, like I wouldn't need to go to work, and then I can spend my whole day at home. Understand? Like I mean, it don't need to be one sponsor, but if I could have like 2 sponsors that are willing to, you know, like $2,500 a month, or 3 sponsors that are willing to give like $1,500 a month or something like that. Understand? So I mean, if I get in like $5,000 a month, that's enough to stay home and draw and still support what I have to support, my bills and whatever it is, and I wouldn't die. and then I'll be able to draw what I had to draw and get the comics. I could probably like do a whole chapter in a week or 2 weeks, and people could probably get like 2 chapters a month if I had sponsors. Forest, I want to like Forest. Like I was trying to make it when I was doing it. I wanted it to be basic. Like I know people, you know, but like it's a comic. So like to me, when I looking at comics or animes, it's just a certain things that I just look for. If I don't see it, understand, I don't go for it. Like people is always, I know people like to go for things that are different. But for me with comics, it's like I like when my main character is a goofy, a shonen type, you know, somebody who gutsy and they're willing to go at it, right? So when I say basic in that term, shonen, understand? So I wanted my main character to be that gutsy, you understand? That basic main character where, you know, just fun and you just want, you know, that knucklehead that, you know, show what he going to do, but he always pulling something up from out his sleeve, you understand? So, but the story otherwise, like, I really want to just put Trinidad and Tobago's culture in it, but in a real good way. Like, for it to not be corny or, understand, like, because I feel like watching things like anime, just get like so much sometimes history and culture about Japan and all that. Like, I mean, I have friends who could speak a little bit of Japanese because I watch an anime, you understand? We know about sakura trees and you know, like a whole bunch of anime terms and all this stuff and what buildings in Japan call and all that, and nobody knows nothing about here. Understand? I mean, and that idea actually came from my art teacher in secondary school. Like, I mean, drawing, I was always drawing. I was like, why are you doing this? And I was like, what do you mean, what are you doing? Like, anime cool. And he was like, yeah, but it's not you. I was like, what do you mean it's not me? And he was like, you're just mimicking what you seen on TV. You know, you grew up watching Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, this kind of was shoved at you in a kind of way, so you know, you're just mimicking it because it seemed cool. And I was like, so what do you think I should do? And he was like, well, you're not saying don't scrap it on the whole, but incorporate my style into it. Like, at that point when I was drawing the comics in school, like, everybody was having Japanese names and things. And he was like, nah, keep it local, like, you know. Like, you know, anybody named Shishimaru in Trinidad, like, you know, call somebody blacks. You know, go with something that people could relate to, so when they see it, you understand? Like, it don't have to be corny Trinidadian, but when somebody read it or get into it, you know, they could feel you from it, not, you know, something else. So, yeah. But I'm still going to have a little bit of that anime stuff in it because it has things like, things that can't get away from that is just make, well, according to Hirakashi, that is just make, yeah, stuff better, like ninjas. For some reason, everybody loves ninjas and animes. So, hopefully in Forest, I'll get a chance to paint some ninjas. Well, I already have a plan for it, but just hopefully things go the way I want it to go. And for the ninja lovers, we're going to get a whole set of ninjas. I probably why Batman so good, but, you know, because I ninjas. Yeah. Yeah, so there's a boy ArtPlug, and this was One and Only Hype.